Hi, my name is Wesley Slagle, and for my food presentation, I did empanadas de vaca. While researching the history and culture of empanadas, I found that they were first cited to be from Portugal and Galicia, Spain. I also found that Spanish colonists brought the dish with them to Latin America and the Philippines. Politically, I found that the invasion and colonization were how empanadas were introduced to most of the countries they are a part of today. So, politically, empanadas are a result of a political institution being colonized and transformed into another. Religiously, I found that empanadas are eaten for a wide variety of religious holidays, such as vigil empanadas during the Lenten season before Easter. Ethnicities that regularly have empanadas are typically Latin Americans, such as Colombians, Argentinians, and Ecuadorians, but can also include ethnicities like Italians and Filipinos. Culturally, many different countries and regions serve empanadas in many different ways for many different reasons. For example, Argentine empanadas are often served during parties and festivals as a starter or main course. Every region of Argentina has its own characteristic variant. Another example is Chile, where empanadas are a staple part of the national cuisine, commonly consumed in large quantities during the country's National Day celebrations. Many Chileans consider this to be their most representative dish. I found that empanada recipes are usually passed down from generation to generation, and that many family traditions include empanada making. For nutrient composition, I found that empanadas de vaca has 223 calories, 9 grams of fat, 27 carbohydrates, 10 grams of protein, 1 gram of fiber, 499 milligrams of sodium, and 32 milligrams of cholesterol. In terms of disease, I found that some of the ingredients can in fact lead to diseases in humans. The barbacoa beef can lead to cardiovascular disease, colorectal cancer, and type 2 diabetes. The cotija cheese, while high in protein and calcium, can lead to high cholesterol and high blood pressure. The ingredients for the empanadas de vaca include house-made pastry, barbacoa beef, sofrito, confit garlic, caramelized onions, romesco, and cotija cheese. These are handmade every day at a restaurant that is known for having fresh, high-quality food and ingredients. Most of the ingredients must be fresh / have to be freshly made, or else they will spoil / the flavor will not be achieved. What I mean here is that the ingredients include things like vegetables, which always must be fresh to some degree to even be used. The main ingredients for these empanadas include barbacoa beef and onions for the plant ingredient. In terms of seasonality, the onions are typically ready to harvest in the late summer or early fall. The barbacoa beef typically does not depend on seasonality. In terms of availability, both the onions and barbacoa beef are available when the plant is ripe enough and the animal the barbacoa beef is harvested from is grown to the proper size and age. In terms of sustainability, both the onions and barbacoa beef can be sustainably grown / harvested, as they are renewable resources so long as they are not over-harvested. The first step in preparation is to make the pastry dough. Then prepare the filling, cook the barbacoa beef, add the various spices, vegetables, and seasonings to the mix. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit and place the rack into the center of the oven. Then, roll the pastry dough out, place on lined baking sheet, brush with egg wash, and place the meat mixture onto the dough, folding and crimping the edges afterwards. Finally, brush the tops of each empanada with the egg wash until coated. Bake for 35 minutes or until golden brown. The empanadas de vaca were absolutely delicious and enjoyable. The pastry was soft, crispy, and flaky. The barbacoa was extremely tender and juicy, and it was the best I have ever had. Additionally, the presentation on the platter with the artful placement of the sauce and the color of the ingredients used were vibrant and exciting, and it made the experience of eating the food that much more enjoyable. The taste was impeccable, the pastry was buttery and savory, and the barbacoa was seasoned and smoky. As a whole, the dish was spicy and flavorful. Here is the picture I took of the empanadas de vaca from Vida Knoxville, a Pan-Latin restaurant downtown. When comparing cultural and social perspectives, one perspective I discovered that was different from my own was the religious aspect of empanadas. While my family would eat a meal like turkey or ham or even roast for Easter, Argentinian Catholics eat vigil empanadas during the Lenten season before Easter, as mentioned in a previous slide. Another difference in perspectives I noticed was that Argentine empanadas are often served during parties and festivals as a starter or main course. For American parties I have attended, foods like chips and dip or sliders would be something served during parties, rather than empanadas.